So, namaskar sabhi ko. Thank you so much, Dr. Hemlata, for your kind introduction. Uh, I feel very privileged and thankful to you for giving me this opportunity to interact with the eminent personalities on this platform, and it will be a learning platform for me. So I always consider wherever I go, I find that there is something learning for me. In fact, as I'm told that the theme of this lecture series is UN Sustainable Development Goal, and in this there are 17 goals, as we all know, incepted by United Nations in 2015, and we are almost two-third way for that. And what I feel is that women is centered to all the goals, sustainable development goal, and how this woman empowerment can help in achieving all the goals of this UN SDGs. So let me start with uh, my presentation, and before that I would like to, ma'am, of course, has introduced me. Let me start my presentation now, ma'am. Can I start, ma'am?
Okay, yes, you
Yeah.
start, please.
I am from ARSD College, University of Delhi. This is one of the topmost college of the college with NAC score of 3.77 and NIRF ranking 7th in India this year. And it's one of the best college in India. It's a constituent college of Delhi University, and we have all the facilities there. Now, coming to the point that empower her, strengthening girls to change the world. Now, the question is that why this conversation matter today? We all know that every sustainable solution we seek, either it's in health or climate or education or technology, already has a powerful catalyst, and that catalyst is women. The question is not whether the women are capable of leading the sustainable development. The question is whether the world is ready to fully enable them. The UN Sustainable Development Goals, often seen as the 17 separate targets, but in reality they form a system, and at the center of that system lies is the gender equity. As scientists, we measure progress through evidence, impact, and sustainability. And as I already said, that we are two-third way to these SDGs target. And despite scientific and technological advancement, gender inequality, educational disparity, health and economic insecurity, it still persists. Development that excludes women is scientifically, socially, and ethically unsound. Women and girls experience the earliest and deepest effects of environmental degradation, health system failures, educational and economical disruptions. So, gender equality is not an isolated social goal, it's a cross cutting requirement for achieving all SDGs. So, this empowering her, is about restoring a balance between development and nature, progress and care, growth and responsibility. So, any model of development, what I say is that any model of development that ignores half the population is inherently unstable. So, coming to UN Sustainable Goals, which this was adopted by UN member states in 2015 as a global development roadmap. It is structured around five pillars: people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership. And these interlinked goals, they address social, economical, and environmental challenges. And these goals recognize development as a system-based, interconnected processes. In this case, the goal 5, that is the gender equity, it's not the one goal, rather it is the integral to the success of all the SDGs. Education, health, economy, and climate goals cannot be achieved without women participation. So, empowering girls strengthens knowledge and innovation ecosystems, policy effectiveness, long term sustainability as well. So these are the different goals of UN, and I'm not going in much details about these. Coming to my point, that we all know that when a man is educated, and an individual is educated, but when a woman is educated, a family and a country are educated. This is very close to my heart. This saying is very close to my heart, and then I thought that let me share with you all. The divine feminine, as we all know, that across cultures and civilizations, feminine principles has symbolized creation, care, and continuity. Women traditionally they serve as caregivers of life and health. They are intrinsic, and there is intrinsic connection places women at intersection of human well-being and environmental sustainability. Sustainable development, it recognizes the interdependence of people and planet, and the need for care-centered and ethical development models. So, as nature's nurturers, women embody a profound, almost mystical bond with both the human lives they cherish and the natural environment that surrounds them. So, coming to women and nature, how this a cultural archetype of care and sustainability across civilizations, nature has been symbolically associated with the feminine principle, and in fact, we call it as the mother nature. We all know. So, it represents continuity of life, renewal and regeneration, and responsibility towards the environment. So, all these factors they are archetype which presents which represents the mother nature. These cultural associations highlight an intrinsic link between women and sustainability. Women lived roles they extend beyond family to the community well-being, environmental stewardship, and intergenerational care. So that is most important. And care-centered values such as nurturing, responsibility, and protection aligned closely with sustainable development of principles. I'm coming to the point. We all know that how we women are important as a mother, as a wife, as a doctor, as an educator, as a manager, as an administrator. And there is a poem on this, that how we are doing the multitasking. An unsung alchemist, being a chemist, woman, I consider woman as the pillar of the house. And this poem, in fact, it is dedicated to all the women, beautifully illuminates their multifaceted role and reveals the profound wisdom. The poem is like this, that she may not have studied chemistry, but the entire kitchen is her laboratory. Turning milk into cheese with citric acid, or making cake fluffy with sodium bicarbonate, measuring the right proportion of sodium chloride with soda spoon, she performs countless experiments daily, yet she considers herself not a scientist but just a homemaker. Now, coming to whether it's a rising gas prices or soaring vegetable cost, expensive petrol or diesel, or fluctuating oil prices, she swiftly manages the disrupted household budget. Though she is not an economist, she considers herself as a just maker. In the name of spices, she holds a treasure of Ayurveda, cultivating tulsi, giloy, curry leaves in pots. She now knows how to cure the minor ailments with different concoctions, yet she considers herself as a homemaker. So, hats off to all women. They are indispensable force in sustainable growth. In fact, woman holds up half the sky. It's a proverb that encapsulates their monumental contribution to the society. They, in fact, work in the society, keeping the academic and domestic balance, work-life integration, fieldwork foresight, and they have to manage all the things which are, coming on the uh, way to their work, and they have to keep a balance between all these. So, from policy to practice, we say that why empowering girls is central to SDG progress. So, global reviews show that this SDG progress slowing without gender inclusion. Countries investing in girls' education and health show faster poverty reduction, better climate resilience, stronger innovation ecosystems. There is gender responsive SDG implementation that leads to more effective policies, community level sustainability. And there is shift in global discourse from women to beneficiaries to women as co-creators of solutions. So empower her bridges global goals with global action. So this SDG 5 is based on the gender equity, the core of sustainable development, and I have tried to correlate it with we need to end discrimination, stop violence, equal opportunities, ensure women have the equal chances in leadership, jobs, politics, and decision making, unpaid care work recognition, reproductive rights, economic rights, give women equal rights to own property, access financial services, and control resources, use of technology, promote technology like mobile phones and internet to empower women. So these are the different factors which means points which need to taken into consideration to achieve this goal SDG 5. So this SDG 4, empowering women, ensuring inclusive, equitable, quality education for all. In this, girls in STEM educate the girls, they innovate the future. And in STEM education, there are a lot of opportunities. And in STEM education, it's not necessary that they come out with the scientific, it's very necessary that they come out with a unique scientific aptitude, which is a factor or which is a tool to bring our society to a way forward. This closing this gender gap in STEM boosts the economic growth and sustainable development. They drive the innovation by bringing diverse perspective to the problem solving. Education in science and technology, this equips girls with critical thinking and digital skills. So encouraging girls in STEM, it breaks the stereotypes and promotes gender equity. So other SDGs like 3 and 6, basis of all is also women. They are also women centric. SDG 3, it ensures healthy lives and promote well-beings for all. And SDG 6, it ensures availability and sustainability management of water and sanitation. And all these points um, in SDG 3 reduce maternal and child mortality, healthy girls, support women empowerment by protecting girls, sexual reproductive health. Similarly, in SDG 6, there are so many factors which need to be, which are, women centric, and they are in favor of this gender gender bias. Now, coming to economic empowerment of women, that is the SDG 1 and SDG 8, we all understand that end poverty in all its forms everywhere. So, ending poverty gives girls access to education, nutrition, and healthcare, the foundation of empowerment. Reducing poverty improves women's nutrition, helping them to grow healthy and strong. Economic power, economic support programs for women increase their independence and decision making power. Similarly, ending poverty reduces child marriage and child labor, protecting girls' rights. Similarly, in case of SDG 8, which that is promote inclusive and sustainable economic growth and decent work. In this case, again, promote, we need to have the decent jobs for women, especially for young people, women, and force women labor and child labor. So all these goals we have, we consider it to be that woman is center to all the goals for achieving the all these sustainable goals. Similarly, these goals are also important. I'm not going in much details. So coming to science, innovation and infrastructure, SDG 9, build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization and foster innovation. Science and technology, as we all know, they are central to sustainable development solutions. Innovation thrives in diverse and inclusive research ecosystems. Underrepresentation of women in STEM, it limits the creativity and innovation, ethical and societal relevance of the technology. So girls' participation in science, it strengthens research quality and impact, sustainable industrial practices, responsible innovation. Chemistry plays a fundamental role in clean energy and material, green chemistry and sustainable processes, healthcare and pharmaceutical. So, empower her means ensuring equal access to scientific opportunity, empowering girls in STEM. It enables leadership, innovation, contribution to national and global development. So, there are certain, I'm coming to the examples. I think it will be more interesting. Contemporary examples in girls leading sustainable change. Empowering girls and women, it yields measurable benefits across multiple scientific goals. Education and STEM participation, it drives innovation. Women-led clean energy enterprises increase access to sustainable energy and local incomes. Girl-driven water and sanitation innovations improve public health outcomes. Women's leadership in community conversation, it produces better natural resource outcomes. So these outcomes are demonstrated by both program support reports and the peer reviewed studies. So one the best example I could, one of the example where I got impressed, that it's the Barefoot College, which trains rural women as the solar engineers, solar electrification, enabling the local energy access and livelihood. So that's what is the very innovative idea. Then next is these solar sisters. They uses a woman entrepreneur nodal to distribute clean cook stoves, solar lights, and small clean energy technologies across Africa, supporting local businesses run by women. So this is one of the example where we can understand that how these women have been innovative using the resources what they have, and why it matters. Because it's an impact evidence that training the local women as technicians, it builds the community capacity, increases household income, and improves the adoption sustainability of technology, because local women maintain trust and continuity. So Barefoot College annual reports documents the cohorts of trained women solar engineers and subsequent community benefits. Now, another, very lovely example in this case is, girls and youth in STEM innovation, techno innovation, girls who code, and young inventors. So, in this techno innovation, it runs global challenges where girls design tech solutions, that is the apps or hardware for community problems, including clean water and health. Girls who code, it provides long term computer science learning that increases pathway to degrees and tech careers. Examples of girl inventors, we all have heard about Gitanjali Rao's lead detection device, which illustrates early age innovation addressing water contamination. It's a very motivating example. So why it matters, that girls who code reports alumni earning computer science degrees at many times the national average and reaching historically underrepresented groups. Evidence that targeted programs, they improve pipeline diversity into technology field. Techno innovations finalists have produced community facing prototypes. So this Gitanjali Rao, young girl Gitanjali Rao device show practical how cost approaches to local water safety, and it earned her the 2017 Discovery Education Young Scientist Award. So she is known for this award. She's for this very at the very young stage. Coming to other examples, that women-led community conservation and resource management, what do they do? Community-based conservation program that deliberately include women in governance have been evaluated for livelihood and resource outcomes. And why it matters? Because peer-reviewed research finds women in community-managed conservation areas, it often experience better livelihood outcomes and more resilient resource use when women are actively involved in governance. So my personal uh, saying is that women should be given an opportunity, whether it's policy making or it's politics or it's related to science or innovation. Then if the woman is involved in any of the scheme, certainly they have caliber to bring wonders in this. In green chemistry also, women in green chemistry and sustainable innovations, that is the science leadership. If this leadership, they come in this leadership role, uh, they come to the certain conclusion or certain schemes which can be, of course, different from what is the natural process, but they come out with unusual solutions which are beneficial for achieving our sustainable development goal. In green chemistry, seeks to reduce environmental harm through safer chemicals. Female scientists are increasingly visible as leaders and advocate in green chemistry and sustainable engineering. Reviews and thematic articles in reputed journals demonstrate that this gender diversity in chemistry and engineering teams correlate with broader adoption of sustainable research agendas. So I remember that when some of my senior colleagues, they say that when they were doing this engineering courses, there were no girls in their class, and nowadays we find that in our college also you will find that it's the two-third population of the class is women. So it's because that we are working in this direction, and we provide certain we provide you know uh, we provide su- uh, sufficient we provide sufficient aim or sufficient points to the women empowerment. In case of health tech and women-led health innovations, uh, what do they do? Women-led startups and innovators, they are creating affordable diagnostics and public health technologies. This one example, that is the Niramai for low-cost breast cancer screening. It is very well known. The other regional innovations in affordable diagnostics and telemedicines, such innovations expand reach to the underserved women and girls. These ventures, they demonstrate how gender responsive entrepreneurship address SDG 3, that is the good health and well-being, by making screening and care affordable and culturally accessible, particularly for women in low resource setting. So our country, India, we are also in action towards achieving these goals. Girls and women driving the sustainable change. So, women led self help groups are there. Uh, India has mobilized over 10 crore women into 90 lakhs self help groups, SHGs, focusing on livelihood creation, skill development, and sustainable economic participation for sustainable agriculture, seed conservation, climate resilient livelihoods. So it is matching with the sustainable goals 1, 2, 13, and 15. Then we have another example, EcoFemi. That is, EcoFemi is a woman-led social enterprise from Tamil Nadu. It produces organic cloth, menstrual pads, and distributes them widely, saving the millions of single-use pads from landfill and educating girls on menstrual health. Their pads for sister program is increases access for disadvantages women and girls, linking health dignity with the sustainability. Therefore, it ensures sustainable menstrual health solutions, environmental protection, and women dignity. And we all know about this Lakpati Didi initiative, rural women achieving financial independence, sustainable income generations. This initiative in Orissa transformed thousands of rural women into financially independent entrepreneurs and earning sustainable incomes. So all these initiatives were taken by our government, and we are progressing in this direction. In STEM innovation also, there are so many examples we know. IIT Bombay Wing Scholarship for Women in STEM. It directly supports this SDG 4 and 5. Similarly, Women in Clean Energy and Green Innovation. In this case, leadership in this renewable energy, sustainability enterprise, and climate action through the science. Examples include the Vaishali Nigam Sinha. She is the one, Vaishali Nigam Sinha, who is the co-founder and sustainability officer at Renew Power, helping steer one of India's renewable energy firms. Then women health led health and technology startups, affordable diagnostics and public health solutions, improving access to underserved women. So all these examples are an indication that girls in initiatives for girls in STEM, they transform access to science education. So the common success factor across the given examples is that we can say that local skill building, entrepreneurship support, if we provide them, it enables the women to convert knowledge into livelihoods. Mentorship, role models, and pipelines, they expand the STEM pipeline. Then coming to gender inclusive governance in community projects, it produces better environmental and livelihood outcomes. Institutional backing is also important. It is essential for scaling the useful small scale models into systemic change. Breaking the barriers, women in science. Many of the challenges confronting women in science resonate globally. While women play increasingly vital role across nearly every sector, social, political, or educational, leading and inspiring countless others, they often create a complex web of interrelated problems, particularly for those pursuing the scientific career. The transformative power of an educated woman, Mahatma Gandhi's profound words underscore a time truth. The education of a woman is not merely a matter of individual enlightenment, but a catalyst for societal transformation. An educated woman, it elevates not only herself but also entire ecosystem around her, creating a ripple effect that uplifts families, communities, and ultimately an entire nation. Her knowledge becomes the foundation for progress, health, and sustained prosperity for the future generations. A world in need, the imperative of women inclusion. So, in this case, the greatest challenge is to demand a collective intellect, an amalgamation of diverse perspectives and problem-solving approaches. Let us not, in this case, our world is desperate to need of more indigenous problem solvers and create innovators rather than mere increase in the consumers. But the point is, what I feel is that we should not consider this as a charity to poor women who are losing out, but rather for good of the science, which is losing out by insufficient or inefficient participation by the woman. So we should try to give chance to her. We should not give it as a charity. Rather, we should respect the skill, the brain, the innovations power of a woman, and we should accept it. Given the economic realities, women participation in science bound to increase. Hence, this is even more essential. So this unfolding the blossom, the power of empowerment. If we have women in the center, we understand that they are important, and they have ignite. They have power of igniting potential, fostering growth, strengthening society. Uh, this empowerment, it sparks inherent talents, allowing women to contribute their unique perspectives. The different perspective is that fostering growth, that it creates environment where women can thrive academically, professionally, and personally, and strengthening the society, that is empowered women lead to healthier, more educated, and economically vibrant communities. One of the one of the initiative by Indian Academy of Sciences Bangalore by Leelavati daughter, this alongside her esteemed science academies, it has been a pivotal force uh, in bringing the women scientists and bringing their challenges in the forefront. And this book, Leelavati's daughter, it is the academy formed a panel for women in science to promote women who are interested or who can bring science to a platform, culminating in publication of this Leelavati daughter, which is a compilation of different scientists, women scientists of India. And this inspiring collection uh, includes journeys of women scientists from Victorian era to the present, aiming to motivate future generations. Department of Science and Technology actively supported the publication and distribution of this book to school and colleges to inculcate interest of girl child towards science and maximizing its impact. Similarly, this NASI also is one of the Academy of Sciences. There are three top Academy of Sciences. So this NASI, it is important for bringing the technological empowerment to the women. Under the visionary leadership of Professor Manju Sharma and other distinguished professors and scientists, they launch a nationwide program on technological empowerment of women. This initiative involved organizing a series of workshops across various regions of the country, directly addressing the unique issues faced by women in both rural and urban areas, providing practical solutions and fostering technological literacy. So there are other initiatives by DST also. DST supported distribution of various books to schools and colleges, translation in some local languages. Women in Science, which I told you, Leelavati Daughters. This is the picture of this book. And these are the different initiatives of DST to promote women in science. That is the Serve Power Scheme. This power scheme is promoting opportunities for women in exploratory research. This program is formulated to mitigate gender disparity in science and engineering research, funding in various S&T programs in Indian academic institutions and R&D laboratories. Then we have the Vigyan Jyoti scheme. It is launched by again launched by DST. This gender advancement for transforming institution Gati program. This will develop a comprehensive charter and a framework for assessing gender equality in STEM. Knowledge involvement in research advancement through nurturing scheme, that is the Kiran scheme. This is aimed to bring gender parity in science and technology sector by inducting more women talent in the research and development domain. Many enabler schemes mostly to encourage young women to come back after a break. So this women scientist scheme is an important scheme which is given to the highly educated women who have break in their career due to some reason. Maybe they got married or they did not get chance to study further, and after some time, maybe after a break of 4 years, 5 years, or even 10 years, if they are interested, they can apply for this funding and they can pursue their interest in science. So this is very good scheme. This is the WA scheme I'm talking about. WOS Women Scientist Scheme, WOS A, B, and C. A is for pursuing research in basic or applied sciences. B scheme focuses on projects related to science and technology. And Women Scientist Scheme C aims to train women having qualifications in science, engineering, medicine, or in the field of IPR and their management. Then another other initiative of DST is Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. It is the joint initiative of Ministry of Women and Child Development, Ministry of Health, and Ministry of HRD to ensure survival, protection, and empowerment of girl child. So these initiatives are very important, which can motivate women to bring science to a level where our country is dreaming for. This is the, you can see that this is the effect of women scientist scheme, how the women PI are increasing from 2000 to 2020. So this graph clearly indicates that how number is increasing and they are coming towards science. Women technological parks are being developed. That is a linkage between rural women and entrepreneurs or researchers, scientists. So there are different, area: dairy farming, fish or fruit or vegetable processing, herbal cosmetics, etc. So the need for women technological parks was that how the, what we have in the rural areas, how we can bring that technology to the industry. So this scheme also helps very much to bring sustainability for women in rural areas, as well as to give a chance to the women in the industry to get connected with the women in the rural areas and promote them. The Science for Women, Department of Biotechnology, again, they have different schemes: agri-biotechnology, aquaculture, animal feed, hybrid seed production. All these schemes, they are by the Department of Biotechnology for creating awareness on health, nutritional food preparations, nutritional value, food preparations, and agricultural practices. These schemes are mainly oriented towards our vegetation in the different parts of the country and how they can be connected with the industry. These are the different training modules which are prepared by Department of Biotechnology: Prasad Kit, Rural Bioresource Complex, then Digital LADOS scheme, and then Niti Aayog. These are the different initiatives. This initiative of this Niti Aayog, that is the Atal Innovation Mission, it is the objective to foster the curiosity, creativity, and imagination in young minds. And that is, there are some efforts for which government should be appreciated for, but along with this, we need to have inspiration, or we should remove the bias from us that which has been continuing for the so many years. There are academies to lead the way. So we can say that establish, promote, or increase. Establish a diverse committee that addresses gender issues, reports to president and council, track progress. Promote, that is the promote women members to decision making levels, and appoint women scientists to panels and committees. and increase the number of women scientists in the nomination pool for membership, prizes, and awards, give visibility to women scientists, and represent women as well as men in the academy's portrayal of science. So these are the women empowerment principles advising government and key players for specific actions. Pay attention to gender implication of research sponsored. So all engaging women partners in science and technology, capacity building, opening a website for information and better connectivity, a specialized training program for the grassroots population of women, creating knowledge center, flexible recruitment, promotion, rewards, recognition, conscious efforts to nominate women for awards, honors, and fellowships for the academies, and give them the leadership and decision making positions wherever possible, but special efforts are needed. So the task ahead for our government are agenda means we should be in action. That is the higher education for girls to be ensured. That is the highest priority. Mentoring, nurturing, encouraging girl students to pursue science as a career. This task to be performed by teachers, professors, and research guides. Number of scholarships, incentives, awards to be instituted. Government, academies, industries, and NGOs to launch special incentives. The future is that in India, the social and economical reasons indicate that participation of number of women in science is going to increase in the coming decades. It needs to facilitate ways in which pursuit of science by women can be effective, and important policy decisions and implementation need to be taken now. So what we need is a critical mass of scientists, engineers, educators, health and agricultural professional, technician covering a wide spectrum of science and technology are needed. So these are the general STEM oriented groups: American Association of University for Women, AWIS Women in Science, European Platform for Women Scientists, Graduate Women in Science, and then International Network for Women in Engineering and Science, Organization for Women in Science, OWSG, and there are so many platforms. I will be failed in my duties if I do not recognize top women scientists in India in different areas: Dr. Archana Sharma, Janki Amal, Darshan Ragnathan, well-known organic chemist; Dr. Ashima Chatterjee, again a chemist; Dr. Kadambini Ganguly, Dr. Iravati, Dr. Annamani, and so many are there which are the role model for our young generation, and they have proved that how a woman in science can bring science to a particular level. Uh, the woman scientist who is leading India's Gaganyaan mission, we are Lalita Ambika, then Vanita ma'am and Ritu Karidhar. These are the women scientists behind the Chandrayaan. We know them, may we know them, may we be them, and may we raise them. So that should be the spirit for all of us. We all know about these two young ladies, Wing Commander Vyomika Singh and Colonel Sophia Qureshi. Operation Sindoor was a precision military counter-strike carried out by Indian Armed Forces on 7th May 2025. It was launched in presence of April in response to the April 25 Pahalgam terror attack, in which 26 civilians were killed. So it became a symbol of women empowerment as the wing commander, Vyomika Singh and Colonel Sophia Qureshi stood at the forefront of India's military leadership. So these are the examples how women are taking leadership role, as well as they are coming in the different areas in the front rows, and they are bringing a mark in every aspect. I wanted to share that what we are doing towards this. This is my area in which I am working, and we have been working in the area of organic synthesis, where we are extracting natural products, and we have developed a drug. It's an anti-diabetic drug which has been isolated from jamun, and this drug is now patented. And jamun is known for the anti-diabetic activity, so we thought of synthesizing this molecule, and this drug is now have been patented by ICMR. These are the different projects. I am not going in much details. This is my research lab, and you can see that I am in process of, our efforts towards women empowerment at Organic Synthesis Research Lab. Almost every means girls who are working under my guidance, I try that I should, mentor a woman. So all these girls I've guided for their PhDs, PhD. And we have women development cell in the college, which are working in the doing the different activities to empower the women in science. And this is our department. We have these labs, and as I told you that we have 2/3 of the girls, population in the class, we have the girls. And this is our faculty in our college. Thank you so much. Thank you.